Foxworthy's
Oh, this
Redneck Dictionary.
Redneck Dictionary. That'd be a good resource.
Oh God, yeah.
All right, tell me your name again. Blue
Lever.
Blue Lever. And Blue, you we're at Trail West. Do you run Trail
Corner Third Broadway. Corner Third.
Porno?
Third and Broadway.
Got it. And if someone was going to say to you, what are your core beliefs? What defines you as a man? As a, I don't know if you're a father or a husband or whatever, but what defines you? What are your core values that you would
Well,
come up
I'm
with?
you have a
not
store
married anymore,
already?
but I am a father and a grandpa.
Okay.
I rodeoed from 1958 to 2002.
Wow.
I'm half
Well,
Indian.
that may, I'll certainly call you back.
This is me.
We're not able
I've
to
never
set
changed,
up
and
just
I've
in
tried.
that store, so that
can't.
may be
What are important values
I'll
to you?
certainly be able to call you back and
My kids.
talk about it a little bit more.
Okay.
That's it.
You're so you would say family would
Family,
be
more important than anything.
important than anything. Okay, that's important to know because I think that as Americans, especially people like us in the heartland, that's a really core belief.
Well, I've met a few people from on the other side of the Tennessee Kentucky line, and guys
Well,
that
let me
who
call-
were
let me just call you
daddies,
back.
but they
We'll
weren't
talk
fathers.
about it later. I'll try to call you
Yeah.
It
back.
takes a man to be a father. Anybody can be a daddy.
Call you later.
Get that right. That's a good point.
All right. Thank you, sir.
When you think of brands that are important to you, something you get up in the morning, you use a particular product, or you drive here, you go home, anything come to mind that just kind of important?
Yeah, make sure my hat's clean.
You got a clean hat. What about things like a Starbucks? I mean,
I get here in the morning. First thing I do, go across the street to Mike's Ice Cream and get me some good coffee.
good coffee's important to you.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
got to have the go juice.
got it. What about apparel? Anything you wear? Do you care about labels or brands, or you just kind of
Well, all my hats are, without even pointing at it, is Resistol.
resist all?
Most of my shirts that I do wear that I really like to fit me good are Panhandle Slim.
Okay,
And all my, well, I don't own other than breeches and every one of them is Wrangler.
Wrangler's important. So those are important brands. All right, that makes sense. Do you vote on a regular basis?
No,
No. Do you attend a church or anything on a regular basis?
once a year.
Once a year. All right. How much schooling did you complete?
I've got a master's degree in business management,
Is that right?
but I've never used it.
Well, I love that.
I've always
I
had the
love that.
experience to back it up. Didn't need it.
But see, you just proved a point because I think that the people who make advertising decisions sitting in a New York office are going to look at you and say, there's some old country boy out there. Well, they don't know you got an MBA and you're a successful business owner. But see, that's what we're trying to prove. We're trying to say,
I managed. I'm from here originally, and
you grew up in Nashville?
pardon?
You grew up in Nashville?
Yeah.
Okay.
At 14 years old, there used to be a steakhouse on Commerce called Chambers Steakhouse. I worked there after school washing dishes. Well, one Saturday morning, Mr. Chambers decided him and his wife were going to go to Florida for a week. And the guy that they had managing it got fired. I got stuck managing something, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Wow.
But he told me, he said, you've been here long enough, you know how everything's supposed to run. Here's the key, handle it, I'll be back in a week. They were gone a month. I got my experience the hard way. I've managed restaurants, I've managed bars, several different Western stores, way before I ever got a degree. And I had rather hire, if I was needing somebody to work in this store, and I had a kid come in here straight out of college with every degree in management and business he had, versus a guy that's got 25 years experience in it, I'm hiring a guy with experience. I don't want to have to train, and I don't care what the school says. The school ain't gonna teach you everything.
Right.
Because it definitely, what it taught me, I knew when I was 16 years old. Really, I didn't learn anything.
Where'd you go?
Florida State.
Florida State. That's amazing.
Well, I had a rodeo scholarship, and that was the closest one it took.
Well,
Here we met.
did you ever know any of the Papachis? Does that name Papachis ring a bell to you? They had a restaurant. Greek
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah.
Man, I don't know if it's a Greek restaurant.
It was Greek.
My father-in-law is a politician, and his daddy owned a restaurant downtown. So if you growing up down here, I thought that was interesting.
I managed a shoe shop in the Arcade Alley for a long time called Wall Shoe Repair.
Is that right?
I managed it in the winter and rodeo in the summer.
Is that right? Well, that's fantastic. Tell me about your Indian heritage. You said
My grandfather was full-blooded Apache, my grandmother was Comanche.
that's
So that
fascinating.
made my mother full-blooded Indian. My real father, who I never knew, was German. That's the reason I got the light hair. But my daughters and my grandkids, you look at them and you see the Indian.
Is that right? That's fascinating to me. I'd love to talk to more Native Americans in this little study, man, because I want to get that perspective. That's really important.
Books.
Somewhat.
There are some pretty good books on Native American Indians. That's really unique. I've got one. If I can find it, I'll make sure I get it to you. It tells about every tribe there ever was, the ones that are still here and the ones that the white man wiped out. There were 7 tribes in Florida. There's only one still surviving. Seminole.
I watched the thing on Trail of Tears the other day, and it ripped my heart out, man.
Yeah.
It ripped my heart out.
I
tell
can't
you.
watch that Dance with Wolves.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another. And this Trail of Tears was more of a documentary. Dancing
Yeah.
Wolves is a Hollywood, but it still showed the
It
decimation
brought
of it.
out it made the Indian blood boil.
Well, listen, like I said, we're just trying to get people a better perspective, man, because again, they sit in an office on Madison Avenue, don't have a clue what's going on over there. And this isn't to bash anybody. This is about getting information. And your story is fascinating to me. That's why I'm doing this. I can get all the research in the world, but having these conversations to me is what it's really about.
Some of these guys that sit on their butt behind a desk don't know what's going on in their own business, need to get off their ass and get out there. Don't let nobody know who they are and work with them and see what they got to go through day to day to make them able to sit behind a desk on their butt.
Yeah, you get that right.
But most of them won't do it.
Right.
They're too lazy.
I agree. Well, man, thank you so much, Blue.